Baboony Tim here. Back with some more gameplay. This time we're talking about Herod Surprise, the deck that me and Noel had come up with a couple days ago. And let's take a look here. Alright, I drew my Defiled Lost Soul. Pretty good to go first. This card, if opponent starts playing good cards in battle, I get to draw cards. So we'll see if I remember these triggers. Alright, he has a star ability. Delivered is going to discard the top card of my deck, which was ironically a Delivered. Okay, so now it's my turn for star abilities. I had ended up making a couple of changes to the deck after being really impressed with this Jacob. There's a couple things you can do with him. So this Jacob's going to get the best card in my deck, which is going to be Abraham. Abraham goes on top. All right, I got Overtaken in my hand. That's cool. Also have Emperor Nero. Pretty good on turn one to give me some good blocks. All right, also have an Isaac in my hand. And on defense, I'm running with Herod Antipas, Nero, and Herod Agrippa. I have a good spread on turn one. Let's see. I believe opponent is going first here. I also have Faith in Noah in my hand to search out some Genesis fortresses. I can grab Storehouse. I can grab Goshen. Or I can grab my Covenant with Noah. All right, looks like opponent's running some honeypot here, which means they're going to be trying to play a bunch of temple artifacts that really restrict my ability to play the game. So Moses is crucial to that puzzle. He's going to be activating his Delivered. Delivered lets him activate an artifact from his deck. So here's the first one that's going to be really hurting me. Restricting all players from controlling more than one character in field of battle. Okay, so that's not good for my banding chains. All right, Moses coming in, grabbing some enhancement from his deck. All right, interestingly enough, he's playing Quail from Above. Okay, I'm going to block with my Nero here. Immune to lone heroes, so let's see what opponent does about this. They played a 3 Woes, which negated my Nero. And now they're playing 3 Woes to try and make my guy withdraw. But now I'm going to take a risky play. I'm going to try to use this as an ability to put Moses underneath his deck. He's going to negate it with the enhancement called Overcome. So as a gamble by my part, I wanted to try and prevent him from getting the Lost Soul. And now I just lost my Overtaken, which is kind of what all this deck is built around. So it was a gamble, but the gamble did not pay off. And I drew some cards off of the Defiled right there. Yeah, he played an enhancement that had 2 colors in it. I think I missed one Defiled trigger. I could have drawn one more card. All right, gonna give Defiled over because I want the Humble Lost Soul. This card is gonna be good. All right, let's see what I drew. All right, got my Abraham. Nice. So yes, I'd ended up shuffling my deck with Nero because I thought I put a Roman fortress in the deck. In future versions of the deck, I think I want to put, it's called, let's see, what's it called? Yeah, Colosseum. This card's really good against cards that attack banding. Yeah, like Abandonment. So this deck's really weak to cards like Abandonment and cards like Reap the Whirlwind. Okay, so I'm going to try to make the strongest turn 1 attack. I'm going to get my Goshen out so that when I attack with a Patriarch, I can start tossing enhancements with a different brigade other than the opponent using it. All right, so this is going to go band to 3 visitors, and this is working because I'm negating his neutral cards with Abraham. I'm going to hedge my bets. Band to Benjamin, exchanges with a hero, son of Jacob from my deck. All right, Joseph the Dreamer. He's going to search my deck for a Genesis 37 through 50 card. And this is a Genesis 37 card. So I'm going to play this to make sure the way's cleared. His hand is full of good cards. So yeah, he's just going to have to give me a Lost Soul here. It's a pretty strong turn 1 attack. Probably could have maybe saved out of their hands for later, but I was worried if he had an enhancement to try and... I don't know. I don't know why I should have been worried there. Yeah, I probably could have saved that for later. Put down some cards to try and get down my hand size and pass the turn to the opponent. All right, Herod the Great. Amazing draw. Unfortunately, they drew a Stricken. So the star ability will protect all decks and reserves from opponents during next battle phase. So I was planning to block with Herod, search for Herod's temple and force somebody to block. But because all decks are protected, I can't search the deck. Yeah, and I have a Duplicity in hand, which needs to go to the reserve. And I have Herod Antipas, who likes to search the reserve too. So Stricken just utterly destroying my ability to block this turn. I don't like that. Although, I could play Herod Antipas, evil enhancements used by this card, regardless of protection. So I could go Herod Antipas, play Duplicity, I can get cards from my reserve regardless of protection, and then I could grab something from my reserve to play. All right, he's coming back at me with Moses, and I don't have very many good blocks here. I'm looking at my reserve. Let's see, there's Contagious Fear. That's definitely an option. And then the fun option, fused by Roman, discard all New Testament heroes and fortresses. So this would hit his tabernacle and his storehouse and my Goshen. I don't know if that's worth it though. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, yep, Herod Antipas coming in. I cannot search my reserve with his block ability, and he cannot be prevented, so the Holy of Holies is actually not going to be working on him. Yep, I'm going for duplicity. Interrupt the battle. I play evil card enhancement from reserve, and that's going to be Contagious Fear. So yeah, I guess maybe next turn I'll have to try and block with Herod. Herod's really good against this pot of mana shenanigans. All right, I have 5 cards in hand. Let's see what else I have in there. Abraham's Servant to Ur. Okay, solid. Drew my second coming. Not a good card right now, but we'll be able to close out the game with this. All right, grabbed my Lost Soul Awake. I can search my deck for a Lost Soul. His deck is currently protected by his Storehouse. So I'm going to grab Undesirables to try and stall for time. I feel like my defense isn't going to hold up much longer. Okay, Denarius. I can activate this to take a Roman from my deck. So I can't grab Nero anymore, but this can start tutoring out some Romans. And I can even use it to grab the Romans destroy Jerusalem from my reserve. So I can still get this card with Denarius. Although I would like to cash this card in to draw some cards, but that's just not going to happen since I lost my Nero on the first turn of the game, which is unfortunate. All right, at least the only thing I have going for me right now is Abraham. He can negate the neutral cards and I can still attack with Giant Banding, and I have Goshen in play, so my attacks are going strong at least. So I have to lead off with Abraham. Yep, so here comes Abraham. You're going to see this a lot with Abraham decks, but they go Abraham, band to 3 visitors. 3 visitors, swap out for a Patriarch, and you can just swap out Benjamin for free. And he's going to get a Son of Jacob from deck. That's going to be Judah, can band to a Patriarch, which will band to Jacob, which can grab a good Genesis enhancement from deck. I should probably put some more Genesis enhancements in deck. Okay. Covenant with Noah hitting the hand. And Jacob gets to band to a Patriarch. Who do I want to band to? Issachar. Sure, why not? Take a good Genesis card from deck. I could go grab Storehouse with this. Or like another random Genesis enhancement. Let's see. That's not really good. This is not really good. I guess I'll get Forgiveness of Joseph. Why not? Okay, Emperor Nero. Okay, Philosophy to negate and discard a good card from my hand. Okay. Really surprised he didn't choose to discard my second coming there. All right, Fear of Man. You may take a New Testament gray card from reserve, which is going to be unsuccessful, so the battle's a stalemate. And I didn't have any course of action. I can't try to negate that. Okay. All his stuff was single brigade, so Goshen didn't really do anything. Bummer. Is there anything I could have done? Yeah, I guess I could have saved the. I guess I could have saved out of their hands, but the opponent has a Storehouse in place, so maybe I couldn't even have gotten to play out of their hands this game. I don't have like good ways to deal with Storehouse right now. All right, opponent's using his Storehouse to grab this card from his reserve, and then he's attacking with David Heart After God, searching his deck for a good Old Testament card. And Angel of the Lord, let's see, he's grabbing the Exodus version, right? Okay, so that I still wanted to block with Herod, but he's just going to Angel of the Lord it. So let's see, this is probably my best block. Okay, Steady Still Sunset. Opponent just discards the top card of my deck, which was my Son of God. That's unfortunate. So if I had gotten my Storehouse last turn somehow, I think I could have attacked with Jacob, and Jacob could have grabbed me as my Storehouse. So not protecting my deck's really going to cost me here. So my Herod Archelaus is negated. He's playing a card, and I'm choosing to discard top cards of my deck. I discard my Angel of the Lord. Herod's Temple, oh no. Okay, and now he just Angel of the Lord's my guy because he got negated. This is a disaster. At least I forced him to use his Angel of the Lord there, though. Okay. Yeah, so pretty big defeat for me there. Trying to remember if I missed any triggers with the Dole. I think I used Dole to search for a Feudal Inquisition. I don't remember. All right. He has a shield in play, and I searched for Storehouse, and that was going to underdeck his Lost Soul. But I played my own 3 Woes to negate his shield, and so the Lost Soul that got put under had to go back. And that only worked because I was attacked. I did that during the same phase that the shuffle happened in. Okay, so yeah, same thing. I'm just going to be Abraham banding into a bunch of stuff, negating his neutral cards, trying to get the best attack possible here. Yep, I don't know why I attacked with this guy. There's no Meek hero in play. I guess I was trying to get the draw too. Oh, wait, there is a Meek hero in play. There, David is Meek, so I should have drawn 2 here. All right, at least I have my Storehouse out so they can't philosophy my hand anymore. They're going to try to plot to kill, but that's going to get tossed by Goshen. All right, self-destruction. They're going to try to interrupt the battle. We're going to have a negate war, and which means they don't get to banish or discard all good cards in battle, and I get the Lost Soul here. Okay, so it's 2-2. My defense is not holding up as I want it to. Let's see if we can get a turnaround here. They have 3 Woes negating my undesirables, so I can't rely on this to buy me enough time to win. They've been discarding a bunch of cards on the top of my deck. I only have 9 cards left in deck. All right, Royal Parade. They're grabbing with their Storehouse. They have to decide how they're going to break through this turn. Royal Parade, always very scary card. Interrupted battle balance, you know. I do have a Revolt in my hand. That could come in handy. All right, Moses coming in. Now, okay, now I'm doing my Dole trigger. Yeah, this also is called Dole. I think I missed it last time. Now I'm going to be grabbing Feudal Inquisition. Yep, here we go. Herod the Great coming in for a block. I get to push his character out of the battle and put a new one into battle. All right, David, what are you going to do? He's playing the Quail from above card again, but since my deck is protected, he's just forcing my character out of battle. So now I have initiative, and now it's going to be Revolt to try and stop him. Stop him. Okay, that works. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Royal Parade there to interrupt the battle and bounce. So I had a Christian Martyr in my hand just in case, but yeah, really surprised the opponent didn't go for that Royal Parade right there. Okay, let's think about what I can do now. Got Outsiders, okay. I can try to underdeck some stuff from his territory. And Outsider is pretty low initiative, so I can just use him to play the Feudal Inquisition. So opponent doesn't have any Lost Souls out here. What can I do about that? I do have potential in the land in my reserve, but I didn't realize his deck was protected, or at least I forgot about it. So I can't search his deck for a Lost Soul. Or else this would have been a good play. Yeah, that Storehouse is really getting me here. And my 3 Woes is on evil, so I can't switch it to his Storehouse. So I don't know if there's anything I could have done here to try and get a soul into play. Okay, well, I'm definitely running out of gas here. There's only 3 cards left in my deck. Here they are. All right, I get to underdeck some cards to draw some cards. Maybe these cards will help me block. Okay, you got Chronicle of the Kings. This can be used to negate temple artifacts. I can't discard them because he has a, it's like he has a Glory of the Lord out that would protect his guys from being discarded. All right, he just played his Eleazar, son of Aaron out, and now his artifacts cannot be negated. His tabernacle artifacts, I guess. Okay, good to know. All right, Zechariah the Silent coming in. Trying to prevent the next enhancement played by opponent. But I have a Humble Lost Soul in play, 7 cards in hand. And if I play my Feudal Inquisition, I suddenly have less cards in hand than they do. And my Humble Lost Soul makes this cannot be prevented. And I don't think the opponent would ever get initiative from this, no. Okay, I get to hold on for another turn. Let's see. It's my turn now. I can grab an enhancement from my reserve with my Storehouse. This Christian Martyr, though, I kind of want to save it for battle, but all right, I'm going to use Imitate to copy my undesirables. Then I'm going to use Christian Martyr to destroy his priest because I want to be able to negate his artifacts on offense. I feel like if I'm not able to negate his artifacts, I don't think I can win. I need to rescue 2 more Lost Souls. Then my second coming can get my Son of God back, and I can win the game. All right, Covenant Adam. I'm getting this into my hand with my Storehouse. This is a good card to have in the late game. And let's see what kind of attack I can come up with. It starts with Abraham. It always starts with Abraham. Abraham! Big banding! Yeah, I don't know if opponent's deck is equipped to deal with this. I feel like Goshen is doing some work here. I wish I could have a meek character to block on defense, to toss all. But Herods don't really play meek defensive characters here. It's more like a Philistine thing, Egyptian thing. Okay, Entrapping Pharisees captures my Abraham. I can't do anything about that because I have a storehouse and my hand is protected from him. Crouch choice, they're grabbing something from their reserve. They're going to try to play a card that captures, but I'm going to negate it. I'm going to negate it with my Covenant of with Adam. And I rescue my own Abraham. I pull ahead in Lost Souls. I'm 3-2 now, so I just need one more. All right, so if I can block this turn, and if I can make it through next turn, then we'll see. We will see. All right, he's playing his Son of God card to negate and rescue some of my Lost Souls that are causing him trouble. Let's see what an opponent can do right now. Okay. A little bit of mayhem. My hand is protected, but I guess he's just trying to draw more cards out of his hand, out of his deck. He's down to what, 3 cards in his deck? Okay, let's see. Gifted Priest, that's cute, that's cute. He's putting down a bunch of cards in his territory. I think he's just trying to make sure he doesn't run into my humble Lost Soul, but we'll see. He's making his characters very vulnerable right now to an outsider's block. This card, if you're not playing it, probably should. If you're playing black or you're playing gold, card is very good. Just being able to underdeck, let's see, 1, 2, like 4 or 5 things out of the territory is just so solid. Okay, I don't know why he's playing this. Dutiful Priest, if blocked, you may play an offering. So this guy's a priest, which means his ability, I guess he just really wants initiative, huh? Interesting. All right, let's try to not give him initiative with this. Okay, so here's my plan. I'm going to play Chronicle of the Kings to negate his artifacts and good enhancements. Then I'll block with outsiders. And so if he has an enhancement that tries to, interrupt, it's just going to be negated. Okay, he does have Royal Parade though, but he's not using a meek character. So, yeah. So Chronicle of the King's coming down. I'm going to choose it to be evil, negate and discard all covenants, temple artifacts, good enhancements. So that's just going to clear the way to let my outsiders block. Now I get to underdeck a bunch of his stuff. So let's start hitting his ability to block next turn. I can't touch his temple artifacts because they're protected. I think his tabernacle is protected too. Yeah, let's just get rid of his scariest blockers. I think I can beat a false prophet in a Saul of Tarsus. I'm not too scared of the lying prophet. It's not a false prophet, it's lying prophet. I'm not too scared of this guy because my hand is protected with Storehouse. And Saul of Tarsus, he already played his unsuccessful from his reserve, so I don't think Saul is going to be much of a problem. But I could be wrong. That terrifying beast, man. I don't think I had anything strong enough to take it out. Okay, opponent's playing his second coming to rescue another lost soul here. All right, this is it. I need to break through this turn, and then I think I win. Let's grab this. This can be a battle winner for me if I need it. Oh yeah, his storehouse is gone, so I just want to make sure he can't do anything. So I'm going to play this as a territory class enhancement, and then underdeck the terrifying beast from his hand. Yeah, that probably would have stopped me. Okay. And then I get to negate a neutral card in a territory. So do I negate Pot of Mana or do I negate Holy of Holies? Probably Holy of Holies because I think all my characters, they're being negated by. Yeah, they're currently being negated. So if I chosen to negate Pot of Mana, like all my characters can ban anyways. So yeah, let's negate Holy of Holies and then try to find a hero the best hero I can attack with, try and win. Do I go in with a big character or do I go in with, let's see, Zebulon? All alone, restrict opponent from playing enhancements on evil characters with strength X or greater. So yeah, basically, because they only have 3 cards in hand, they can't play enhancements on Paul or their Lying Prophet. So yeah, this should be the game. All right, Lying Prophet, I just need to beat him. He has 5 points of toughness. I'm going to play an enhancement that has 2 points of power. And that's going to be enough to... Uh-oh. They gave me Vindicated, and I may have forgotten about this card. So now my second coming is stranded in my hand until the end of the next turn, and I feel like I just punted the game away. Oops. Okay, so learning moment. If your opponent has a Vindicated in play, you probably should play your Dominance before you rescue it, especially if it's the last turn of the game, and especially if you're about to win the game. So I think I just got like a little bit. Yeah, I lost track of this lost soul, and there's no excuse for this. This is just pretty bad misplay. I guess I. Oh man, you know. But hey, we're learning. We're getting better, and today we learned a valuable lesson about the vindicated lost soul. And if you're watching at home, hope you never make this mistake, especially in like a tournament match. This is just like a casual one, but yeah, this if this was like a tournament match, this would have really just stung for a while. Anyways, let's move on with the game. Move on with our lives. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, we could have won this game for sure, for sure, and that makes me happy in my mind. Herod surprise taking down a honeypot deck. Abraham was the MVP for sure, for sure. Okay, call that copium or whatever. But anyways, chooses Jeremiah and hope he has nothing, but he has that royal parade. He's gonna rescue Lost Soul, and that's gonna be game over. So opponent wins 5-4. Close game. Close game. Never really got to see I Am Sustainer coming out of the board. I put this in the reserve to deal with Honeypot, but I guess, yeah, maybe I should have gotten this earlier. But Abraham was kind of like helping me here. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I definitely want to keep making tweaks to Herod's Surprise, and then once I feel like it's in a good space, maybe I can do a deck tech on it. But maybe hold out for more gameplay about Herod's Surprise.